Adofone ati for higher Alpha 1G channel no first time aban so any di no book and so no subscribe ya man sene benya news bia no shi bia benya notification phone so na behwa fen so e ma wen fi so be share mo adam for so any be for me enken sam so tin we video bi e kwakrohe after say be kan aye Mahudu Bawumia na be consider some dey defeat bia o say dia ka because baby abara ine kone dey ayaka into one or consent defeat na Mahama e dia sa sheshes kinki asande kwa share senya asem right now no ene ebeka yebeka Mugabe mo so asa bore machomo kase MPP never again MPP be ko opposition for almost 30 years in the tree no mko suenya ansaka kase si buo man because omoye mambofo omonye party also omoye de mubebu Ghana for like beka omon kwon chechere party for na so omon sengu party no mon tene for krampo because ye kai beka press conference na Samije mfumu ye na chese Mahama heading and wini na right now international beka international for nya abo John Dramani mama bazo pa chese nya asem to jubilation the cost because because I just have a question I don't make a and can claim Apolugu bed be say win city no I said discussion cost between Sewami and then call for to say any asem koto right now no come go tin some cost e ban in convention at us.
Should be made to face the full rigors of the law. Enough is enough with regard to some of these things that everybody wants to use some foul ways and means, to win an election or make another election. The last election we lost 8 lives. In this election there are reports that we've lost how many? 2 or 3 lives, with many other people being injured. It is needless. It is uncalled for. It should not have happened in the first place. Why does it have to happen that people get maimed? People, get gunshot wounds and all of these things just because you are supporting a candidate to go to parliament and the person is even going to enjoy the largesse of the state and you will be left languishing where you are. So the sooner as Ghanaians we understand that, the better for us.
Right. I don't know if because you have been on area for a while. I think some of the big shows that have come.
Can you repeat the question?
No, I'm asking if you have looked at some of the big names that have come.
Yes. We have seen that.
Because Bafo has lost his seat in Sunyani West.
John Jubilates.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I didn't see it coming. I didn't
because media still don't Kwabenya.
I don't think what's an LP is as visible in the country.
Look.
No, Ellie Plim to her credit. Ellie Plim to her credit has been very consistent in the Dom Kwabenya constituency. Even during the time of Sarah Joasafo.
Okay, so is this her third time of trying?
This is her third time of trying. She has been very, very consistent. And
you expect her to win?
I did not expect her to win, but she did a lot of work because this time around her campaigning in the Dom Kwabenya constituency was pretty intense. It wasn't as compared to the 2020, it was pretty intense here. But I really didn't think she was going to.
Do you think if Sarah
had stood,
yeah, she would have won? I don't think so.
I think she.
No, I don't think she would.
Looking at it now, hindsight, I think she would have lost.
No,
I think Adwoa would have lost because IB kept referring to something that when there is a wind of change, sometimes you cannot stop it.
You can't stop it.
The most unpredictable of places. Did you think that Henry Quarter was going to lose? I didn't see it coming either. You know, and so it tells you the level of discontent.
You didn't even think how
and anger.
You didn't even think how our position was going to be.
Which governments most of the time paid little mind to, because they always thought that they had it in the bag. And so whenever the complaints came, then they would easily make reference to, oh, in 2016, can it be a problem?
Yeah, so
why are you complaining? Fix it.
I also believe that, you know, the people that primarily have come out to vote for Ajasapo, which are members of the Father's Church, were very unhappy, you know, that Ajasapo was voted.
All right. So, I mean, it's interesting, and it's also unfortunate that, you know, at a time where Michael Quay Jr. has become the parliamentary candidate for Dom Kwabenya constituency, after trying and contesting Ajasapo in the primaries for such a long time. Michael Quay finally becomes the candidate, and in the first attempt, he loses the seat, which is an MPP seat held by his father, from his father to Ajasapo, and now he is the one who is there, and Dom Kwabenya is gone.
You know, right from when I came on at about 6 p.m. on the election night, I had this conversation with Edem Kojo. We looked at the trend from 1996 when we started voting, and looked at how the incumbent always suffers when there's a low voter turnout. Now, I spoke with some of my contacts in the Ashanti region, right? And I asked, because I went to the Ashanti region, and I had a conversation with Chairman Wuntumi. I asked Chairman Wuntumi how many votes they were anticipating from that region, and he said about 85%. I spoke with my contacts in the Ashanti region, and they say that the turnout was about 60%. That is absolutely insane, and that is shocking. That is shocking. Absolutely. And if you have that kind of turnout in the stronghold of the NPP, it means that what we are seeing was bound to have happened. And what we have also seen now, before you go, is that the NPP the NDC didn't increase in its votes that much, as much as we expected. But in the strongholds of the NPP, they lost. And that is what has given the NDC the victory that it has.
Do you think apathy also played a role? Because in the Ashanti region, there were issues of apathy, people not coming out to come and vote.
Their people didn't vote.
Probably could have been a problem.
Their people didn't vote.
So they didn't
vote.
Yeah, instead of rather than go and vote for another party, we would rather just not vote, and that gives the NDC the edge. You know,
voter turnout in the Ashanti region was very low. People just couldn't be bothered, and
you know,
you would have thought.
Isaac, sorry to cut you.
Sure.
He spoke to Isaac, and he said at a certain point they had to go door to door to appeal to people to come and vote. And so that should tell you how upset the people were. And as much as they tried to whip up the sentiments of the people in the Ashanti region, it clearly showed you that they were not happy about how things were going on.
So that will be it for Nadede and I. We will take leave of you now. Sewami here is here. Bernice Abubedu Lansa is here as well. And our coverage of the elections continues.
Thank you, Nadede and Lantam. Thank you. I'm going to be on here with Bernice Abubedu Lanta until the EC probably decides to do the honorable thing and tell us what we are waiting to hear. Even though now, I mean, whatever it is that they decide to do, the work has been done, is it, Bernice?
Definitely, and in Dr. Bawumia's own words, he doubts that anything significant will happen because, as we know of the NPP, they are quite diligent when it comes to collation of results, and we saw that during the 2020 elections. Yes. They did it excellently, and so I am dead sure, as at midnight, they knew what was happening, and I think it's a very honorable thing that Dr. Bawumia did. Obviously, he did mention that there was tension, and that's why many of us have questioned why the EC, up till now, hasn't even given us one regional result.
Okay, Bernice, hold on. So You see on your screens, we have celebrations coming in from Bolga, some from Adabraka, where the NDC has got its headquarters. We see from Legon campus as well, Ayawaso West Wogon, where many people have been shocked to the bone at the win of John Seto Dumelo. I knew that John was going to do well, but I didn't expect him to win.
It was a close one because in the previous election, he lost by quite a slim margin considering the number of voters in that constituency, and also knowing that for a very long time it has been a seat for the NPP. Nevertheless, I believe a few incidents in the build-up to the election may have cost Lydia Al-Hassan a bit, and it has to do with the issue of special voting and the issue of alleged vote buying via sharing food.
You think so? Because for many people, the people are just angry, and the wind of change.
Yes, it's blowing across. Yes, but then again, you know, when you appear to be in a close context
than our individual political ambitions, and we must always put Ghana first. While this was not our desired outcome, I say this is part of the democratic process. We put our best foot forward in the contest, explaining our policies and programs. However, it is sometimes the case that the voter would have other ideas. I am very proud of the efforts of our campaign team, and I thank them very much. I assure His Excellency John Dramani Mahama of my full support in the transition process. As committed Democrats, we pledge to ensure that we have a very smooth transition so that the business of government will continue seamlessly. The MPP would offer the needed support to the new government in a very responsible way. Ladies and gentlemen, we have conceded defeat like any consummate Democrat would do, but we have not abandoned the fight to transform Ghana and expand opportunities to all sections of our society. We will not be a disruptive opposition, even though we would subject government actions and policies to strict scrutiny in the interest of our beloved nation. Our MPs, I am convinced, will do a thorough job to advance our democracy and ensure that the citizenry gets the best out of the democratic dispensation. To the rank and file of the New Patriotic Party, I know the feeling hurts, given that this is not the result you worked for. I know you would feel there is darkness ahead.
A tea for nature for any information about train and society for Pemasem no Mammoth sign news because it's a yasam cotono. I say John Dramani Mama the ADSI just saying yasam cotoa after say a Maudu Bawumia will consider defeat no. I just have information about what free a peka a video kwashare na just na enyase to international force nya for ede e bona ba so agese emu aede baby abekobi ani genko a ene wo na dizi na eyomoka se empia manyuko ndi amenye shozo meza baby because e ade e beka address of mokwambo ede e ade a enko no ko ne electrum kwa ko gina kwampa enka electrum meza ede win because the win of Mahama is blowing again oye hwan untimi ensia no obi kaso be win ade a oye hwan untimi ensia na enye we mu di na omaso de military for beba no is it going we want to me afa you go to me babo ntime kaje kana vonya so be win Ashanti region with 85% of a Ashanti vote but turn out never babo ntime won say go for na win I think it's 58 or 59 50 to 60% of a Ghana Ashanti vote I say beka a GM win with 40% of Ashanti voter then our history page just about to watch enya sam to empia manyuko ndi emenya shoso meeting aba power bi because Mugabe mo can say there this be 30 years time musu nyansa man e almost baby I say we need victory ya baba da was NDC for any Japan design nyansa kutwa obeti ma che wadwen or comment obeti mi so ahia mo adamfo so enye bi ahwe higher for 1G cha kam nyina